Welcome to level 4, where we will be talking about Sukoon. Now, Sukoon is any area that is empty of a vowel sound, and it simply acts as a connector for the letter before it. So over here, this small round shape that you will see that appears on top of a letter is called a Sukoon. It connects, and what will happen is you stop on that letter without any added vowel sound, which means you don't continue with any e, or u sound. There is no sound. You stop. You get to that letter and you stop. Now, I brought up this other shape because sometimes Sukoon, depending on what Quran you are going to be reading from in the future, sometimes the font of the Quran will show that the Sukoon will appear as this instead, almost like a small backward C. And sometimes you'll see it as a round shape. Throughout the qaida, I chose to bring it as a round shape. But also keep in mind that you may see it like this in the future. So just keep that in mind. So over here, what we're going to do is practice some sukoon so you can hear how it will sound. Here we have a dal with the a sound, a fatha, so dal, a, da. And we have a meme with a sukoon, meme with a connector. So da is going to, we're going to say that as normal. We're going to bring it to meme, say the sound of meme, which is mm, and we're going to stop on it. Dem, dem, that is it. Lam with the a, la, bring it to the ba sound is b. So leb, that's it, leb. You bring it to the letter and you stop on the letter. So here we have now examples of two-letter words. So we're practicing our sukoon. So we're gonna just go ahead, and then we have ab, ab, la, lab, sa, sab. Continuing on from there, I brought up a lot of examples with just fatha first, with just the a sound, and then connecting it so that we can get the hang of it and kind of build up a pattern. And this entire page you'll see will only be fatha letters connecting with a sukoon. Now, after we got some practice, I went ahead and mixed it up. So now we're going to see not only with the fatha, we're going to see a kasra and a dhamma. So we have a, so sa, b, sab. And then we have e, so se, b, sib, and su, so su, and then b, sub. So that is actually something to note because when it's by itself with just that e sound, it's si. But once it connects with a ba, the sound becomes even quicker. It becomes even shorter. It turns into sib. Okay, and same thing with u sound. It's not sub, it's sub. Okay, so seb, sib, sub, jeb, jib, jub. This is really important to note that it's not going to be even u anymore. It's going to be even quicker than that, shorter than that. Khut, khit, okay, med, mid, mud, and so on and so forth. And now we're going to just have a quick practice, bringing in everything we've learned. So some of these are going to have sukoon in them, some of them are not. And this is just to kind of really keep our memory going and keep it jogged so that we make sure that we don't forget that, hey, there are some words that don't have a sukoon at all. Do we remember what those sound like? Here we have mada, mada, but then we have mad, ben, binu, continuing on like that. After we've become comfortable with two-letter words with the sukoon in it, we go ahead and bring up three-letter words. Here we have la, qa, but then the dal is going to connect with the letter that came before it. That is the only letter that's going to connect to it. It's not connecting with what's after it, just the letter that's before it. So qaf is going to connect to the dal. Qad. So now what do we have? We have la, and then we have qad. La, qad, laqad. Same thing over here. Fa. Then we have a qaf and we have a dal. What is it going to connect to? That is only going to connect to the qaf. So fa, qad, faqad. Okay. Now what if the sukoon is in the middle? Same thing is going to happen. What is going to connect to it? The letter that's before, and that is the ha. So we have ha connected to the scene, has. And then we read dal as normal with its sound on it, da, has, da. Okay. So just the letter before it connects with it. So bed, na. Let me find one more. Here we have ha connecting to the meme because it connects to the letter before. Ham, and then do, hamdu, ba'du. Okay, and 4 letters will now be easy. 4 letters should not be intimidating. By now, you will know that there's only a few forms that a letter can take. And beyond that, it's just going to be the same connecting. Tun, ver, tun, ver. Let's do one more example. Here we have kha with the sound, so kha. Ra connects to the jim. Raj, so kha, raj. Then we have a noon. Na, kha, raj, na. 5 letters. Let's do this one. Alif will connect to the noon, so an. Ain will connect to the meme, so am. It always helps to kind of look forward. Okay, what's coming up? Okay, it's going to connect to the thing before it. An, am, and then da. An, am, da. Right? And 5 letters, same thing. A, jim, and ba. Ja, but then the ba is going to connect to the da. But, a'jabatkum, a'jabatkum. Right? And finally, we conclude with a Sukoon worksheet. Anywhere you see an empty space, put a Sukoon on it yourself, put a small circle, and connect it yourself and recite the word out loud. So here for an example, we'll have E connect the scene because we're going to put a connector on there and say is. Then we have the meme with the S sound. We're going to connect it to the ain and say ma, isma. And finally, find and circle all the sukoons in the words below. That is simple and straightforward, and that will conclude this section.